don't know if Vanderbilt is looking at you or you're looking at Vanderbilt, but I can say this with absolute certainty that Vanderbilt, if you're given an opportunity to go to a school of that caliber, you need to look at it awfully hard. I'm not a fan. I'm not in any way associated with the program. So, with that being said, and I know this guy,
Thank you.
And I love the Rebels. And if they're looking at you, more power to you. With that, it's now time for our speaker tonight, and we've got our executive director of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl here to introduce the speaker, or is Troy going to do it? I am so sorry. We have an ex-Vanderbilt football player who will introduce it. Troy Gillespie, East South Carolina. Thank you.
You know, I'm not really sure how I was selected. I played on a team that was 1-9 my sophomore year, and we blocked an extra point against William and Mary on the last play of the game to finish 1-9. So it's great to be back at the Touchdown Club. I was the president of the club way back in the 70s. I think we had just converted to regular helmets from leather helmets back then. But this was always a great opportunity to share stories with former athletes and in the venue of college football. And we had some fabulous speakers back then, Coach Bryant, and Charlie McClendon from LSU, and Johnny Majors, and Barry Switzer, and Frank Broyles from Arkansas, and we had the likes of Bud Dudley and Bill McElroy and Tim Treble and Kim Wilson, and so many of those guys, a lot of you guys know. And so I applaud you all for keeping this tradition going, and it's fun to be back here. When Ray Brakefield called me a couple of weeks ago and asked me if I would introduce our head coach, I was flattered and honored, and I knew exactly what I wanted to say, which is what I'm going to say tonight, and that is I'm confident that Coach Mason is one of the finest ambassadors and role models any school's program in athletics could have. He's completely grounded. He is a man with wonderful values. He's got great character and integrity. He's articulate. He's tough and determined, but he also is very positive and enthusiastic. And he has always been a winner. So that was the most important message I wanted to convey. But I also thought that maybe he could realize at the time that he had a speaking engagement with the Touchdown Club of Memphis 2 weeks out, and he could win some football games. And that's exactly what he's done. He's the only coach in the Mid-South that is 2-0 in his last 2 games. He had a great win over Georgia 2 weeks ago at their homecoming, and then our cross-city rival, Tennessee State, a very competitive team, we won last Saturday. So, Coach Mason, thank you for putting the icing on the cake and making this job a good bit easier tonight. A few comments about Coach Mason. Number one, he became Vandy's 28th head coach in 2014 after 4 awesome years at Stanford, where he was their defensive coordinator. They went 45-8 under head coach John Harbaugh. They captured 2 Pac-12 titles. They played in 4 successive TCS Bowls, the Rose Bowl twice, the Orange Bowl, and the Fiesta. And in 2012, Coach Mason was a finalist for the Broyles Award given annually to the nation's top assistant coach. Prior to those arguably greatest football years in Stanford history, he had coaching stints at the Minnesota Vikings, Ohio University, New Mexico State, Utah, and Bucknell. Advantis has taken over responsibilities of defensive coordinator. Last year, in addition to head coach, he produced one of the nation's most improved defenses. They were ranked in the top 30 in scoring defenses, total defenses, and first and third downs allowed. And in 2015, he won the prestigious AFCA Academic Achievement Award for graduation successes, which is what Vandy hopefully will always be in the running for and establish as a major priority. Just a couple of quick quotes from former players or colleagues of Coach Mason. Kirk Herbstreit from ESPN College Game Day said Coach Mason is building the Vanderbilt program the right way. And in the SEC, it doesn't happen overnight. We saw improvement in year 2, and I expect the doors to keep growing and improving under Coach Mason this year and years to come. Jordan Matthews, who's a great receiver from Vanderbilt, now plays for the Eagles, said Coach Mason is the guy for the job. I fully endorse him. I know he's going to have a huge impact there for a long, long time. The guys just have to stick with him and keep working to get better. Richard Sherman, the all-pro cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks, who was one of Coach Mason's players at Stanford, said Coach Mason was essential to my development and my understanding of the game. He taught me how to play the game, how to study the game, how to really go in depth with your film study, and also understanding your weaknesses. He's really helped me, and he still helps me to this day. And then finally, Jim Harbaugh, head coach of the University of Michigan now after leaving Stanford, said Derek is a tremendous person, outstanding teacher, strong communicator, hard worker, and consummate winner. So I think we've got a coach that's got great accolades, he's got wonderful qualities, and we couldn't be prouder to have him as our head coach, Coach Mason.
It's my man right here, Jason Rubin, so I'll turn it over to him. I'll let him run this. I'll speak. Really, I don't need a microphone. I get in front of my team every day, have a chance to address my team every day, and